Before you do anything else, pause this video for 3 seconds and type in the comments, "I will not break." Say it out loud. Now write it again. But this time, mean it. We're not here to survive. We're here to dominate. Welcome to Motivation. Blessing where we don't sugarcoat life. Here we go straight into the fire and come out forged in steel. If you've ever been crushed by betrayal, if you've been kicked while you were already on your knees, if you've ever questioned your worth, your strength, your ability to keep going, this is your moment. Because in the next hour, we're not just going to talk about how to stay strong. We're going to implant it into your mind. We're going to weaponize your pain and build a version of you that doesn't just survive the storm, but becomes the storm. And stay with me until the end, because what you hear today may just change the way you face the rest of your life. They told you to stay strong, but no one ever told you how. They told you not to cry, but never showed you where to put the pain. They said, tough times don't last. But you're still in them, aren't you? So how do you stay strong in a world that keeps throwing punches? You start by understanding that strength isn't born. It's built, brick by brick, scar by scar, not in comfort but in chaos, not in applause but in silence. And in this video, we're going to show you exactly how to do it. So take a deep breath, because from here on out, we're diving into the darkest corners of psychology, the most effective success strategies, and the rawest truth about personal growth. There's no fluff here, only fire. If you're ready to change your life, comment right now, "I'm still standing." Say it again like you believe it, because by the end of this video, you won't just be standing, you'll be unshakable. Let's get something straight. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. You weren't born with weakness, you were taught to believe in it, you were told you're not enough. And somewhere along the way, you started to believe it. But here's the truth. Everything you need to endure, to fight, to rise, is already in you. It's been buried under doubt, crushed beneath failure, but it's still there. Your mindset is the root of your reality. Change your thoughts, and your world transforms with it. A weak mind will break under pressure. A strong mind uses pressure as fuel. And an unbreakable mind, the kind you're about to build, bends reality itself. Your mind listens to every word you say to yourself. You wake up and think, "I'm tired, I can't do this, I'm stuck." That's not fatigue. That's a mental virus, a program repeating itself on autopilot. It's time to uninstall that mindset. From today onward, every time you catch a negative thought, you replace it. Not with blind optimism, but with power statements grounded in truth. Replace "I can't" with "I'm not there yet, but I will be." Replace "I'm broken" with "I'm rebuilding stronger." Replace "I'm alone" with "I am becoming my own army." You think this is cliché? It's not. This is psychology. Repetition rewires the brain. And what you repeat, you become. Strength doesn't come from comfort. It comes from confrontation. You must choose hard over easy, because the easy road never leads anywhere worth going. Every time you run from the pain, you reinforce weakness. But every time you walk through it, you gain power no one can take. Comfort zones are beautiful prisons. They look safe, they feel good, but they kill growth. So ask yourself, what is the pain you've been avoiding? Is it the gym? That honest conversation? Leaving the toxic relationship? Chasing the goal that scares you? Now flip the question. What strength are you denying yourself by avoiding it? If you want to be strong in any situation, you need to stop fearing discomfort and start using it. Because every time you choose pain on purpose, you take back control. Mental strength is not a switch. It's a discipline. Just like muscles, mindset is trained daily. Here's your new blueprint. Every morning, set your intention, not hope. Intention. Example. Today I respond with power, not weakness. Every evening, reflect, not with shame but with purpose. Ask, where was I weak, and how do I respond stronger tomorrow? And throughout the day, breathe power into your system. Literally, deep, focused, conscious breaths. Because breath controls state, and state controls action. You want to stay strong in any situation? Then burn this into your soul. Your outer world will never be stronger than your inner one. Fix the mind, and the rest follows. My mind is my weapon. Say it, claim it, live it. Pain can destroy you, or it can transform you into something no one sees coming. The difference? What you do with it. Welcome to the realm of dark psychology, the part of your mind you've been taught to suppress, the side society calls dangerous. But let me tell you something the world won't. The darkness inside you, it's not your enemy. It's your untapped power. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the side of you that holds your rage, envy, fear, and trauma. Most people run from it, but those who master it, they become unstoppable. You've been through hell, haven't you? You've been betrayed, hurt, used, ignored. That pain, that shadow, you bury it because it hurts too much. But what if I told you, and that's the version of you that holds the power to rise? The key is not to kill your shadow, it's to integrate it. Don't fight your dark side. Train it. Direct that rage into focus. Channel your fear into calculated action. Use the silence you suffered in to build emotional armor. The pain you hide is the fire that forges your greatness. This is one of the most advanced tools of mental strength. Turning raw emotion into action. You feel anger? Good. Don't suppress it. Use it. Refine it. Turn it into relentless drive. You feel rejection? Perfect. That's fuel. Use it to prove, not to them, but to yourself, that they were wrong. Transmutation means turning one state into another, turning breakdown into breakthrough, turning heartbreak into discipline, turning isolation into clarity. Most people let emotions control them. Strong people command their emotions to serve them. You are not weak for feeling pain. You are weak for being enslaved by it. Want to stay strong in any situation? Learn to detach. Detach from outcomes. Detach from opinions. Detach from betrayal. Because power lies in the ability to observe, not react. They talk behind your back? Good. That's a sign you're ahead. They walk away from your life? Perfect. You just lost dead weight. You must stop needing their validation. Because every time you beg for love, acceptance, or approval, you give away your strength. You're not here to be positive all the time. You're here to be real, aware, and resilient. And the most powerful people are those who faced the darkness and came out with a blade in their hand. You want to know why most people never become strong? It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they don't want it. It's because they're trapped inside an invisible prison. Their environment. Not the jungle. Not the war zone. Not the battlefield you imagine. But the people they surround themselves with, the media they consume, the energy they tolerate, the comfort they don't question. And that, my friend, is the unseen war. Your mind is a mirror. It reflects whatever surrounds it most. You hang around cowards, you become afraid. You hang around victims, you become helpless. You hang around people who hate growth, who mock ambition, who avoid responsibility. You start to think that's normal. But strength, real strength, is about having the courage to say, this is not for me. Let me give it to you straight. If you want to be mentally strong, you need to be emotionally ruthless about your circle. Cut off energy that drains you. Limit exposure to anyone who laughs when you dream. Distance yourself from those who only show up when they need something. You don't owe anyone comfort at the cost of your future. Your phone is a portal. Every scroll, every video, every voice, it shapes you. Are you feeding your mind with power, or are you giving it poison every single day? Ask yourself, who do you follow? What content fills your feed? What words are repeated in your world? Because if your environment constantly says, you're not enough, you should be afraid, you should fit in, then don't be surprised when you feel weak. Strength doesn't grow in toxicity. It grows in clarity, control, and truth. Start feeding your mind with warriors. Listen to creators who build, not destroy. Read content that sharpens your edge. Consume media that speaks to the future version of you, not the past that broke you. You can't always control your environment, but you can control what gets in. Mental strength isn't just about resistance, it's about protection. Start building systems around your mind, mornings without distractions, routines that empower instead of drain, spaces where your vision is protected. If your bedroom is chaos, your mind will echo that. If your workspace is cluttered, your thoughts will be too. You must protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. The most powerful people in the world don't just manage their time, they engineer their environment. They curate their inputs like their life depends on it, because they know it does. Let me ask you something. How many times have you made the wrong decision, not because of logic, but because of emotion? How many times did you quit because you were angry, stay because you were afraid, explode because you were hurt, and regret it all later? Here's the harsh truth most people never tell you. Until you master your emotions, you will always be a slave to circumstance. Emotions are not your enemies. They are signals. But if you let those signals drive your behavior, you lose control. And you can't stay strong in any situation if you're not in control. Let's fix that right now. Reaction is automatic. Response is power. Someone disrespects you? Your reaction might be to snap, fight, insult. But response, that's a different level. Response says, I see what you're doing, but I won't let you pull me into your chaos. Reaction is weakness. It's impulsive. It's emotional. Response is calculated, intelligent, deliberate. Next time your emotions flare up, pause. Just pause. Breathe. Observe the feeling. Ask yourself, what action keeps me in control right now? Don't let a 10-second trigger destroy a 10-year plan. You don't get emotionally strong by hiding. You get strong by training under pressure. If public speaking terrifies you, do it. If confrontation drains you, learn it. If rejection crushes you, seek it. Because each time you face what scares you, you send this message to your nervous system. I don't run anymore. Your emotions don't get smaller, you get bigger. This is how elite performers operate. They feel anxiety, but perform anyway. They feel fear, but act anyway. They feel doubt, but move anyway. Sometimes strength doesn't mean powering through. Sometimes it means letting go. Let go of the need to be understood. Let go of the desire to control people's perception. Let go of the outcome. When you detach emotionally from things outside your control, you become unshakable. The deal fell through, you adapt. The person left, you refocus. The storm came, you stand in it. You don't need the world to calm down. You need to stay calm while it burns. That is emotional mastery. That is mental warfare. That is power. I don't react, I respond with power. Type it and mean it. Tap that like button if you've ever let emotion take over. But today, you reclaim that control. Remember this. Your emotions are not weakness. They're signals. You either let them control you or you train them to serve you. Every storm has one goal: to break your direction, to push you off course, to make you forget why you started. But there's one force, one silent power, that cuts through every distraction, every attack, every failure. It's not motivation. It's not hype, it's not positivity, it's purpose. People break because they run on weak fuel. Motivation fades. Hype dies. Even discipline can crack under enough pressure. But purpose? Purpose never runs out. Because when your why is stronger than your pain, you don't quit. You don't get distracted. You don't seek approval. You endure. You evolve. You dominate. The person with purpose becomes untouchable, not because life gets easier, but because they stop giving up when it gets harder. Ask yourself, why do you want to succeed? Why do you want strength? What are you really building? If your answer is shallow, money, fame, revenge, you'll crack. But if your answer is deep, family, legacy, self-respect, destiny, nothing can stop you. Let me say it straight. If you don't know what you're fighting for, you'll surrender the second it gets hard. So sit with yourself, strip away the lies, ask yourself, what would I still fight for even if no one believed in me? That's your core purpose. That's your anchor in chaos. Purpose isn't a dream. It's not a fantasy you chase. It's a system. It's a code you live by. Wake up each day and remind yourself, I'm not here to exist. I'm here to become something greater. Every decision you make must pass through your purpose. Does this action move me closer to my mission? Does this thought make me stronger or weaker? Is this path mine, or one I inherited from fear? Once your identity is forged by purpose, you don't need motivation anymore. You become self-powered. You become a force, not a follower. My purpose is greater than my pain. Say it again. Write it in your notes. Whisper it when you feel weak. Because purpose silences fear. Purpose erases doubt. Purpose is why some people rise and others fade. Smash that like button if you're building a life bigger than yourself. Because you're not just here to survive. You're here to become legendary. Motivation is like a matchstick. It flares up fast, but it dies just as quickly. You feel inspired today? That's great. But what happens when the feeling's gone? What happens when you're tired, broke, doubting yourself, no one's clapping, and everything's falling apart? That's where most people quit, but not you. Because you're going to build something greater. You're going to build discipline. Let me make this simple. Motivation gets you started. Discipline gets you results. And discipline doesn't ask if you feel like it. It asks, did you show up anyway? Did you stay consistent when it got boring? Did you stick to your vision when no one noticed? That's strength. That's power. That's what makes the difference between the average and the elite. Every day, you have a decision. Comfort or consistency. Choose right, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Stop relying on energy. Rely on systems. Systems beat moods. Systems beat burnout. Systems beat chaos. Wake up at the same time. Plan the next day the night before. Use time blocks. Remove distractions. Track your output. Reward execution, not just effort. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Train like a machine. Think like a general. Execute like a sniper. You know that voice. The one that whispers, just one day off. You've done enough. You deserve a break. That voice is not your friend. That voice is your enemy in disguise. The greatest enemy you'll ever face lives in your mind. Wearing your voice, mimicking your logic, feeding your weakness. You want to stay strong in any situation? You must kill the excuse maker. You must dominate that voice. You must lead yourself even when no one's watching. Discipline is my weapon. I don't need motivation, and mean it. Write it on your mirror. Burn it into your daily habits. Because strength isn't built on feelings. It's built on follow-through. Tap that like button if you've ever betrayed your goals with comfort. But from now on, you commit with discipline. You don't need hype, you don't need applause, you need results, and discipline, we all have it. That darkness inside of us. The anger, the rage, the hunger, the primal urge to dominate. The world tells you to run from it. Suppress it. Push it down. But here's the truth most won't tell you. Your darkness is the source of your greatest power. When you bury your dark side, you bury your potential. When you reject your anger, you reject the strength that comes with it. When you deny the beast, you deny your ability to truly overcome anything. Strength comes from integration, not denial. There is a beast inside of you. It's raw, it's untamed, and it's dangerous. But it's also powerful. You don't defeat your anger. You don't kill your rage. You don't destroy your primal instincts. You control them. You channel them. The reason so many people break when they face challenges, they don't know how to tap into their power when they need it most. Anger can be your fuel. Fear can be your focus. Pain can be your motivation, but only if you master it. The key is knowing when to unleash the beast. You don't walk around angry or resentful. You don't explode at every little inconvenience. But in battle, in the fight for your dreams, you use it. When the world tries to knock you down, you burn with it. When you're tired, when you're broken, when you think you can't go on, you rise with it. You have the capacity to destroy or to create. The choice is yours. If you let your darkness control you, you become a slave to your emotions. But when you control it, you become unstoppable. How? By being mindful of the trigger points, by observing when the beast inside starts to growl, and choosing to guide it. When someone disrespects you, don't react impulsively. When pain hits, don't let it take over. When you feel anger, ask yourself, what can I create with this emotion? Use your darkness as fuel, not as a storm that sweeps you away. Comment below if you're ready to own your darkness. I control my beast, it doesn't control me. Hit like if you've ever let your anger or pain control you. But today, you own it. Your dark side doesn't define you, but it will amplify you when you need it most, is how you get there.